Welcome back, everyone. I am Brian. You are Chords and Notes Nation. This is Follow You, Follow Me, the official video by Genesis. All right, so those of you who are my Genesis fan base, you understand that I've been doing a track by track, album by album, chronological reaction. And I take sometimes long gaps in between those albums. That's just the way it goes. I've got a lot of material on this channel to cover, and you guys have been along for the ride. I'm starting to think that I want to dive into the individual videos for a while and do that. Why? Okay, so some of you are going to get this, some of you are not going to get this, but I hope most of you just listen and understand where I'm coming from. I'm on the fence with early Genesis. I think there's a lot of fantastic musicianship and compositions, but it seems to me I don't get it like you guys get it, because you guys have immersed yourself into the world of Genesis and what it's all about. And I'm just sort of a passerby who's like, yeah, let's check this out, because I haven't really listened to Genesis outside of the big hits from the 80s. And you guys know I love prog rock, but it's a tainted love, if you could call it that, because it really is confined to a few bands that, Rush was my main staple. That was, when I discovered them, go away. Just give me the Rush. Just give me Rush. But of course, Jethro Tull was in there. Pink Floyd was in there as well. But Rush was it. And so Genesis, as I'm being, I guess, reintroduced to them and finding out what their early years with Peter Gabriel are like, it's bittersweet. It's like really cool because it's stuff I hadn't heard before, and it is in the realm of prog rock. But it's so damn synth heavy that it's just like, at times, it's not as palatable as I would like it to be. Does that make sense? So I can like something, but I can be critical of it at the same time, and that doesn't change my overall viewpoint. It might be a little bit tainted, but it's like, okay, I still try and be as objective as I possibly can from my standpoint. But that's the beautiful thing. I know I said objective, but you have, in a way, you have to be objective to be subjective. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. It makes sense to me. Everything makes sense to me in my brain. Because music listening is a subjective experience, so it's based upon the individual, their makeup, their experiences, their preferences. And so you're going to lean towards the type of music that is conducive to all of that. But at the same time, you have to be open enough to be able to allow new experiences. But it goes through that subjective filter, okay? And hopefully you wind up on the other side of that with a new catalog of music to appreciate, or sometimes you don't. And right now I'm not sure where I'm at. So I don't want to lose what's going on with this band, but I kind of want to take a sidestep a little bit. I hope that makes sense to you guys. And those of you who are new here, hey, I do things raw, honest, and unedited, and I do things differently. I always will. Way she goes, folks. Please like, subscribe, and share. That will grow the channel. That will get them more exposure. Please check out the description box below for a lot more information, all things Chords and Notes. And those of you who choose to do a super thanks, I will choose to thank you via a video short and post it on the channel so the world knows how epic and awesome you are. Even though we both know how epic and awesome you are, everyone else should know too. I don't know if I know this song. Let's go. I have a feeling we're moving into the 80s here though, with this. Phil Collins is singing, so yeah.
My love, I hope you'll always be right here by my side. If ever I need you, oh my love, in your arms, I feel so safe and so secure. Every day is such a perfect day to spend alone with you. I will follow you, follow you. The days and nights that we know will be. I will stay with you, stay with me. Just one single tear in each passing year. With the dawn, oh, I see so very clearly now. All my fears are drifting by me so slowly now, fading away. I can say night is long, but you are here. Close and handle my the smile you give. And while I live, I will follow you, follow me. All the days and nights that we know will be. I will stay with you, stay with me. Just one single tear in each passing year there will be.
Okay, I don't know the faces, so fill me in on the names. If there's still, Tony Banks and all of them. Steve Hackett. Of course, I know Phil Collins. His face and his voice are iconic. And I love that they had the Phil Collins clone on drums. So okay, again, here we go with this is more synth heavy. The guitars are playing more of a supporting role, and I think in this type of composition that was okay. I think in the earlier kind of compositions where it was prog, it was time signature changes and a lot of the different dynamics that go into making something progressive art rock. When you have a guitar, it needs to be heard. It just needs to be heard. And I play guitar. You know what I mean? It's like, come on. This is what made rock and roll rock and roll. I think about some of the early Tull, and after they got off the blues stuff and they started going into the prog stuff, there's a lot of compositional similarity between Tull and Genesis when it comes to the storytelling type stuff. But Martin Barre was there. You could hear him. Know what I mean? So, anyways, this was a good song. It was very pleasing, very palatable. I think the synths were very appropriate on it. I think I was also thinking about what would this song sound like if it was Peter Gabriel singing, because he has a unique voice as well, and in a certain way, it kind of did sound like him. Tonality wise, I don't know. I'm reaching for something that's not there. This wasn't an extremely special song. This wasn't an extremely deep song, but it was a good song, and that's where I'm gonna leave it. So, God bless you. Jesus loves you. John 3:16. I'll talk to you later. Bye.